Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with our manufacturing chapter that is called as manufacturing management group. Okay, your specialization is manufacturing, so we are going to start with the manufacturing strategy. This is your 301 course. Okay, so we are dealing with the manufacturing strategy today, and your first unit is manufacturing strategy. Second one is business and manufacturing strategy. Third one is strategy framework. Fourth one is strategic choice. Fifth one is manufacturing focus. Sixth one is manufacturing systems. Seventh one is manufacturing strategy and systems, and many more. So these all are the units that you are going to study in this course. Okay. Now let us discuss with first point that is called as manufacturing strategy. Okay, this syllabus of manufacturing strategy includes first one is business strategy, government strategy, or industrial strategy, corporate strategy, business strategy, functional strategy, and facility strategy. So this is your first unit syllabus. Okay, we will discuss this unit syllabus one by one. Okay, now unit 1, manufacturing strategy. Okay, in manufacturing strategy we are going to study about the introduction part. First one, that is called as need for business study. Now what is a need for business study that we are going to study in the introduction part? See, first of all, we just have to need to know what do we mean by strategy. Actually, strategy is a careful plan. Okay, strategy is a kind of a plan. Okay, whenever you are you want to achieve anything in your life, you just have to do a planning first of all, because planning makes the thing easy, because you know how to work, how to manage the thing, right? Starting from the time point of view to the investment point of view, till that period, if you do a proper planning, definitely you will going to succeed in the thing which you want to achieve. Okay, so a strategy is a plan, a careful plan or a method for achieving a particular goal, using usually over a longer period of time, or we can say long period of time. Now see, if you have any plan in your life, definitely if you go, if you inculcate that plan into reality, definitely you are going to achieve that plan. Okay, that thing, what are the things which is needed, what are the things you should need for making a proper plan? The first thing you should be aware of having a proper plan is to make your mindset right. If your mindset is proper, definitely you can try to write down the plan, whatever your plan is. First of all, you have to make your mindset proper, that we have to achieve this thing, and for achieving this thing we need to make a proper plan. Okay, if you are making a proper plan, definitely you are going to achieve that plan in a upcoming days. Okay, so plan can be anything. Okay, now a game, it can be a game plan, master plan, grand design, overall approach. In a military strategy is the plan of planning and directing overall military operations and movement in a war or a battle. See, if the opponent country, if we need to do war, if we need to battle with them, so we have to make a proper military force of our. Okay, we have to make a proper training to them, we have to give a proper training to them, you have to make a proper plan. Okay, proper plan and proper strategy definitely going to work for us. Okay, we should also know our strength, our weakness, right? So all these stuffs include the strategy. Okay, strategy also include the SWOT analysis. You also know very well about the SWOT analysis, right? Strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Okay, so proper strategy is required in each and every field. If you know very well about the strategy of the opponent party, definitely it will also going to help you, because you know opponent party's strategy is also if you know that strategy, definitely you can come with new technique and new innovative ideas, that we can battle from here, we can battle from here, so that we can able to win the game. So strategy always plays an important role. Next thing which we are going to discuss about the term of strategy. Okay, see, the term probably is of Greek origin and dates back to the 6th century BC. The origin are from the military, where strategy was to be approached to win wars. Okay, now see, this strategy word came from the Greek word. Okay, you know the Greece country, right? From there, the strategy word came. Okay, now over here, you know, they are having a battle with the other country. So they have came with the concept of strategy. Okay, now see, there are lots of people those who have written some kind of innovative words upon the strategy. Okay, general needed to understand how to deploy the armies and weaponry for maximum impact. Now see, the one of the Chinese, they have written it as the art of war. The earliest text of the strategy written around 500 BC. Now see, that general is skillful in attack whose opponent does not know what to defend, and he is skillful to defend whose opponent does not know what to attack. So this is kind of strategy. Okay, now in India also the word strategy came into the existence. Okay, the British people, they have came with the concept of strategy towards India. Okay, now see, with the help of this strategy, they have really developed India. Materialistically, they have developed some of the Indian cities. You also know very well. Now see, I will give you one example. If you know Kolkata, right, you can see there is a Howrah Bridge which has been developed by British people only. Even if you see the cities like Mumbai, okay, they are locals also, which is developed by British people only. Okay, before 1947, you can also see the locals which is running in Mumbai suburban areas, right? So they have developed a little bit. Now we are also increasing our strategy. Now see, I will give you a practical example. You can take an example of Pune. Even in Pune, you can see the Karve Road area. Okay, the area like Garware College. There also you can see now they are starting with the concept of metro rail, right? Even at this stage, you know, more than 50% work has been completed, right? So this is the strategy which we have taken from the British people, and we are utilizing that strategy to make our growth and development. So strategies plays an important role. With the help of this strategy, you know, your personal goals can also be achieved. Okay, so you also have to know all this stuff. Okay, in business strategy defines in 1980, Michael Porter defined strategy as a board formula of how a business is going to complete, what its goals should be, and what policies will be needed to carry out whose goals. Okay, now strategy of providing low cost automobiles for the common man. Now see, there are few examples of strategy which in your book they have written. Okay, they have also written the strategy of McDonald's. Okay, McDonald's, they are giving more focus on the students, businessman. Okay, because you know it's a kind of quick bite. I mean, it is very much easy to charm as well. So people are giving more focus on the McDonald's. I mean, they are easily eatable. So they have made some kind of some kind of production in such a way that the people around that area, they can easily able to consume. So now other example they have given the Apple. Okay, Apple comes with the new product in every 1 or 2 years. Okay, the focus is of excitement, innovation, and features. Price is not the selling point. You can see the price. The price of Apple is relatively high as compared to the other mobiles. Why it is so? Because Apple is such kind of product which is made mostly for the luxurious people. I mean, the prices is very high, and their features, and they are coming with innovative techniques, which is also from the high quality. So the people from the middle age, middle society, they are not able to purchase that product. Yeah, this kind of things is also being happening. So what we need to do, we need to see that the strategy should go in a proper way. I mean, their focus in only one particular community only. I mean, a high class community they are focusing, because they know high class people are the person those who are able to purchase that product. Okay, now you can take an example of Oppo, Vivo, Samsung. Middle class people can also purchase that product, but the consumption of high class people is not that much more of this Samsung, Oppo, Vivo mobile phone. Why it is so? Because they are more eager to purchase a best product such as Apple. Okay, because it's a high quality and they are affordable to them. So you can see this kind of strategy is also very much helpful, and with this strategy, they can able to generate more revenue. Okay, now they are focusing on a particular community only. So definitely, each and every person cannot focus on each and every area. That is also an important factor. You can see that I will give you a few examples. Now see, uh, if a barber, he want to start his own business of selling of product, do you think he can able to do? No. Barber is mostly specialist in hair cutting. So he is not in a position to make other business than the business which he is doing. So this is also one of the example that if a person is a milkman person, do you want I mean, he is selling milk to each and every home. So do you think that he can work in a MNC company? No, if he is not qualified. Okay, if he is qualified, definitely he can work if he wishes. But if he is not qualified, he is in a position of rejection, because his degree is not, he don't have that much of degree. So this kind of example, you can able to understand that each and every person cannot work in each and every area, right? So there should be a proper strategy of working condition. Okay, if you are specialized in particular field, you can able to achieve the goal in your field only, because you are specialized in that field. But if you are specialized in other field, then you can also work in that field as well. See, there are a few people that we are called as all-rounder people. Okay, all-rounder means what? He can, in cricket we used to say, now all-rounder means he can bat also, he can ball also, right? So there are few people who can do the business in two or three areas also, but not more than that. Because see, in each and every area, you can see they are also uh, facing a problem. So these are the things where we have to make a focus. Now let us discuss with the next point that they have written: Nokia, Motorola, etc. focus on low prices. Okay, the target production is people who do not care for the latest features, but those who are limited budget. Now see, Motorola is an Indian company. You also know that, right? So see, they are giving more focus on the people those who are lower middle class. I mean, you can see in 2004 2005, at that time, when cellular phones came into the existence. At that time, Nokia is the first phone. Nokia is having a huge amount of market demand, right? And their production is also for the middle class people, right? So middle class people are able to purchase that kind of product. Even Motorola is also there. but but when the Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, they came into the Indian market, their market, that market is being eatable by that Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, and Nokia and Motorola, they remain back. So this kind of things is being happening. So why they are not able to grab up more market, Nokia and Motorola? Just because they are not having that much of potential. We can say because they are not making a proper strategy, right? Marketing strategy, they don't utilize more. That's why they are lacking behind. And at this stage, you can see the most sellable products are Mi, Samsung, Oppo, Vivo. They are the people, those who are purchasing that kind of product. Okay, so need of business strategy. Now, how do business need strategy? Now, see, there are few strategy which is being needed. to articulate an approach to the business, to specify how to prioritize alternatives and options, to determine a way to allocate scarce business resources including capital, to help in making decisions that have a long-term impact, to deal with the competition. So these all are the business need strategy. Okay, these all are the need of business strategy. Now there are articulate business approaches. Now let us discuss the articulate business approaches. Now see, you have understood this concept, right? Why do business need strategy? To articulate an approach to the business, to specify how to prioritize alternatives and options. Now see, resources are the scarce. I mean, in India also, India is having a huge amount of resources, but each and every field India cannot perform well, because the population of Indian country is very high, right? The population, due to the high population, you can see, India need to export goods from the other country, import goods from the other country. Definitely India is also exporting the goods and commodities, but India need to import the goods from the other countries. Why it is so? Just because the other countries people, they want they want that the goods to be sellable, and India is not in a position to produce the goods such as it, because the consumption of Indian people are very high, right? You can see the rate of petrol, it is also increasing day by day. Why it is so? Because the consumption is very high, right? There are few things which India is not in control. I mean, say, you can see the example of rises in prices of petrol. There are other you can see diesel prices also increasing day by day, gas prices also increasing day by day. So these all are the things where we are lacking behind. We are not in a position to make a more production of it, right? That's why we need to purchase that kind of product from the other countries. Now you can take an example of other products also. Now I will give example. Now in few years back, India has imported cows from New Zealand, right? Because New Zealand is a country where you can see, which is called as a developed country, and you can see the resources which is available in New Zealand is fully utilized by the people, those who are there, because they know how to make a strategy. That's why the New Zealand country is called, it is a small country, but that's why even though it is a small country, people are called as a developed it is called as a developed country. Why? Because they are utilizing the strategy properly, and the their it is near about it comes in top 3 country, which is called as corruption less country. I mean, there is very less amount of corruption. uh, we can say 98 or 97% of there will be no corruption in each and every sector of government, as well as in other sectors also. So you can see New Zealand is such a country which they are giving more focus on strategy. If you see in Asian countries, there are very less amount of Asian countries, those who are called as a developed nation. Now I will give you an example of Japan. Japan is a country which exists in Asia, right? And Japanese people are very much developed. I mean, they are giving more focus on small scale industries, right? You know the meaning of small scale industries, right? I mean, they are giving more focus on entrepreneurs, developing the entrepreneurs as compared to the government job, right? So people, those who are there, more innovative in technologies, and they want to upgrade themselves with the upcoming challenges, right? So these are the things we should also make an implementation in our schedule. I mean, in our business activities also, so the Indian economic development can also be increased. Okay, but we should also have to take some kind of lessons from these developed countries, so that in our development also we can make a proper strategies. So these all are the important needs of business strategies. Now, next one, which we are going to discuss about the allocation of business resources. Now, see, most of the business resources are scarce, including land, capital, people, etc. Right? Now, I will give you an example state-wise. You can see if you go to the state like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, you will find more population. Okay, even if you go to the state like West Bengal, there also the population is very high. So the resources as compared to the population is very less. Okay, resources are less and the population is very high, due to which they are also facing a problem, right? So what we need to do, we need to make a proper allocation of the resources. Okay, proper allocation of resources means what? The management committee over there, I mean the government rules and regulation in a particular state should be standardized. Okay, standardized means what? They should come with the new strategic new innovation technologies, right? If the mayor, or we can say the president, those who are there, I mean the top level government authorities, those who are there, they should also have to give a proper focus on these strategies and these work. Okay, if they work in a proper way, definitely their growth will be there. Okay, now how they can implement the proper work, I mean the person, those who are in top level manager, those who are a decision maker, right? That person should be educated. First of all, he should have a good management skill, he should be innovative in the work, right? So these all are the strategies that the person should have. Okay, with the help of which he can able to improve them himself, and he can able to give a proper guidance to their subordinates, to the citizens of that state. So it is an important factor for the government also to choose a proper leader for their particular state. Then only the state growth and development can be done. Okay, each and every state in our India, each and every state is rich in their particular areas. Now if you want to ask about the Maharashtra, Maharashtra is very much popular for the sugar cane, for the sugar industries, right? So there are few states which is having their own capabilities, and they're having their own higher production area. So they have to make a focus on that, and they have to give that production, that supplement to the other state also, so that the other state growth and development can be also done. Now you can see the example of Japan, even the China is also called as a developing nation, but the development, there are few peoples in China, they are making a huge amount of development in the form of small scale industries. You can see even in India also we are utilizing the Chinese product, right? Why it is so we are utilizing a Chinese product? Why it is so? Because India is not in a position to to manufacture such kind of product. Why? Because the prices of Chinese product is very low, and while making that production in India, they require more expenses as compared to the selling. If you see, I will give you an example. If you purchase any kind of toy from the Chinese product, you will see the price of that toy is near about 20 to 30 rupees, right? Take an example of 30 rupees. Okay, now if any Indian company enter that market of toy, they have to for the purpose of manufacturing that product, they require near more than 40 to 50 rupees. So how will they can make such kind of product? Okay, even though if they made a product and the name has been given made in India, and you can see that product, the cost of that product may go up to 60 rupees. Okay, because the production they require near about 40 to 50 rupees, so they will sell near about in 60 rupees. So the Chinese product which we are getting is near about 30 rupees, and the product which is being made by the Indian people, Indian entrepreneurs, so the price of that product is near about 60 rupees. So you can see the difference, right? You can see the margin of difference. So definitely the people, those who are manufacturing the goods in India, I mean the Indian manufacturer, they don't want to come in that market. Why? Because the prices is very high. I mean they require more price to make that product. So these all are the difference that we are going to see. Okay, so that's why the Indian people, they are not making that kind of product. Okay, the product which we are consuming from the uh, in an area like toys, okay, that we are consuming is a Chinese product, right? Because the prices is very less, and the quality is also very good. I mean, because that product is really sustainable for a longer duration of time, so the quality is also very good. So that's why Indian people are not able to capture the Chinese product market, and that's why the Chinese product are coming into the Indian market, and they are able to earn more revenue. The Chinese people, they are able to earn more revenue, because the retailers, they also tend to purchase the Chinese product only because they are getting a more benefit from it, right? So these all are the examples where we have to make a proper inculcate of our strategy. Okay, we have to make a proper strategy, due to which we can able to defeat the Chinese product. So this is the one example which I have given you, why Indian toys are not more sellable as compared to the Chinese toy, because the prices is very low. Okay, and it is more affordable for the consumers, right? In Indian market, Indian toys, they are not coming into these toys areas of production. Why? Because they are failing in making the toys, because the consumption rate, I mean, the expenses of making the toy is very high, right? That's why they are facing the problem. So these all are the things where we have to make a proper we have to give a proper attention. Now let us discuss the next point, that is deal with competition. Okay, decision with long-term impact. Certain decisions taken by the companies have a long-term implication. For example are where to locate plant. Other example could be the kind of market to serve. Such decision cannot be taken. Such decision cannot be easily changed. These are the significant and uncertainty underlying such decision. I would like to give you an example. Now see, you can. I will give you an example of Tata Motors. Yeah, very well Tata Motors, Tata Nano plant. Okay, first of all, the Tata Nano plant has been decided to start within West Bengal, but due to those certain circumstances, it has been shifted to Gujarat. So this kind of things is also been happening. So the employment level in the Gujarat has been increased just because of this Tata Nano production. And the employment level in West Bengal, it is not increased as much as in Gujarat, because in they have told that we cannot able to start our production in our certain area. So the plant location also plays an important role. So West Bengal people, they are definitely going to face an unemployment factors, just because they have not given the permission to open the plant in their local area, right? So this kind of things is also being happening. I suggest that wherever you start your plant, it cannot the decision cannot be easily changed, because if you start a plant in a particular area, there are a lot of things, lot of expenses are there you have to make. And if you want to shift that plant to the other area, definitely it is not going to be easy, right? It is not really going to be easy to shift the plant to the other localities. Okay, so these all are the things. Yeah, these all are the things where everyone is facing the problem. So the big entrepreneurs, the big businessmen, they are really thinking hard, really thinking deeply, we can say, to start any of the plant in a particular area, because they also have to do a market survey, whether that we have made any kind of manufacturing of a certain kind of product, whether that product is sellable in a particular area or not, right? Mostly the manufacturing plant is being uh, started in suburban or rural area, which is very much located near to the urban area, because the manufacturing plant requires a more specific area. And in urban area, if you would see, it required huge amount of expenses. So a lot of businessmen, what they do, they try to start their plant in a area which is not which is in very much near to the urban area. It can be the rural area only. The plant will be starting in the rural area, and then with the help of the transportation, they are shifting their production into the urban areas. And the urban areas people, they are able to consume that product, so it is helpful for the selling purpose also. So these are the strategy with the businessman need to think and need to implement. Okay, now as in the book they have written that the uncertain circumstances. Yes, definitely there will be an uncertain circumstances. Why? Because whenever we are selling any kind of book to any area, if you are selling any kind of book to any area, we can see there will be some kind of activities which is not in their hand. Okay, I may see, I will give you one example. If you are selling any kind of product to a particular area, if you not do any kind of market research, definitely your product is not going to be workable over here. Why? Because you are directly gone to the area and you try to sell the product, but it is not workable. Why? Because you have to make a proper strategy, right? You have to make a proper strategy. While making a proper strategy, you can able to sell that product in a particular area. Okay, any doubt you have, Shankar? Are you there? Yes, any doubt? Anyone is having any kind of doubt at this stage? Okay, we will go with the next concept, that is called deal with competition. A company's position whereas the competition depends upon the overall approach of the business. It has a lot to do with the kind of new things, kind of things that are important to the business, such as quality, speed, etc. Now, any business, any manufacturing business, you can see if the goods are sellable totally, definitely you can see that that business is going to be boosted in future. Why? Because the goods which is present into the market, that all are sold out. Now if they want to start with the same kind of production, definitely they will face a problem in future, because the consumer taste and preferences are changing day by day. So what they require to do, they are required to make some kind of innovation in their production. Now I will give you an example of Apple. Now Apple has came with the new concept of Apple 9, Apple 10, then Apple 11, Apple 12, right? So they are coming with the new approaches and new techniques. Even if you take an example of Samsung, right? Samsung came with the Samsung J7, then they came with the concept of J7 Prime, then they came with the concept of the J8, something like that, right? Now M10, M20, right? They are changing their levels. Even the other manufacturers of mobile, they are also changing their levels. You can take an example of Oppo, Vivo, right? They are coming with the new techniques and new innovations. That's why the changes is being done. So it is very much important for us to see all this stuff, right? These stuff is very much important for the growth and development. Okay, because if they do any kind of innovation in the work, definitely in future they are being more sellable, because consumers need to change. Consumer also always needs some kind of change in their taste and preference. That's why they are changing their taste and preference with the upcoming new techniques and technologies, with the upgradation of techniques and innovations. So over here we require that the customers, those who are purchasing the product, it should be purchased by him. I mean, he should not go with the without sellable, right? So what we require whatever customers are coming in our shop, that should be the product should be sellable. For that, the retailer shops also, they require innovative products. They require some the products which is having some creativity in their quality, right? So always remember that the product which is being sellable to the market, sellable in the market, that should be innovative enough, right? There should be some innovative changes in the production, right, due to which the product can be sellable. Now we are going to discuss with the decision regarding strategy tend to be long term in nature, typically 10 years or more in the future. Now see, if there is a huge business setup, if there is huge business setup, so the businessman, what they think that if we are setting up huge amount of huge plant in a particular area, so they will see that that area should be comfortable, first of all, for the production. That area should be very much helpful for the transportation, right? So they will always look on all this stuff, because in a particular area, if they invest, if they start their plant, and if they don't find any kind of growth, and I mean any if that plant, if that area and location is not familiar, then they will also face a problem. So these all are the things where we are lacking behind, and we need to think of it. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to tend to have a risk and uncertainty due to the time frame and the size of investment. If you are in a particular area, you should also think whether this area will give a fruitful result or not, whether the production in a particular area is being good in future or not. So all these stuffs are very much important. So what we are going to do, we have to make a proper focus on the investment, and we also have to need to see the nearby area which is being more familiar, which is being friendly or not. I mean, that area should be helpful for the production as well, right? Over here you can also see the employment level, whether you are going to get an employment in a particular area or not. So all these are the important factors through which we can able to earn more amount of revenues. Okay, so yes, definitely the entrepreneur are also going to see whether that area will give a fruitful result and good and profit, right? So these all are they are going to see while setting up any new plant in a particular area. Plan, goals, tactics, policies are also depend upon the strategy. Okay, now the top level management who have their it reflect the overall vision of top level, who have to take ownership. So all these are the important things which we have to focus on, right? So now we are going to discuss about the business strategies and other strategies. Now see, government strategy. Government tend to form a policies that is designed to prioritize the national efforts. These may be taken while licensing, taxation, interest rate, investment, and incentives. Certain industry sectors may prefer to preferred at different points in time based on perceived needs. Now see, I will give you a business strategy and the other strategy. What are the things which comes under the government strategy? Now see, government, the role of government is to provide a growth and development in the country, right? That is their first priority. Now how can they make a growth and development in a particular area? By providing the employment opportunities, right? If the government is unable to provide the employment opportunity, definitely that government, that means that the political person, those who are there, right, he is not making a proper efforts, we can say, right? So our assumption and our need is that the government should provide employment opportunities in each and every sector, so that the concept of migration will not occur. I mean, lot of people from the other states, they are coming in a particular states to standardize their living. But if we provide an employment opportunity in their particular state only, the migration kind of things is not going to happen, and the people those are facing the problem, they are not going to face in future. So our aim is to make them aware that in your particular area there should be some kind of growth. So the government role is to provide a proper guidance. I mean, government is a person, those who are called as a service person for the citizens of the India. I mean, they are the person those who are providing the benefits for the people. But it is not happening. So as we also know that from the year 1947, India is called as a developing nation. Even in today also, India is not a developed nation. It is a developing nation just because of the you know um, the government negligence, we can say, or there is no proper government rules and regulation implementation, right? The top level, those who are sitting in the government authorities, they are not giving a proper focus. Even though if they are giving a proper focus, the people of the government, right, they are eating up the money. They are not giving the money which is being led for the rural people, for the farmers, those for the poor people, for their development. They are not circulating that money. So this kind of things is happening in India. That's why Indian people are facing the problem, and we are the Indian, those who are lacking behind in the concept of development. Yes, definitely in India there is a development, but it is in a particular area only. You can see the urbanized areas such as Pune, Mumbai, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Bangalore, right? Even if you see the area like Delhi, Noida, in Kolkata, in some of the area, there is a development, but in each and every area there is no development, right? Why it is so? Just because of the facing of the problem which is being faced by the people, just because they are not electing a proper government person, proper top level government person, right? This is being happening. Now you can see there is a bad impact on in normal people, in common people, we can say. Now see, I will give you an example of petrol hike, right? This is just an example of it. Petrol hike, gas hike, diesel hike, right? Household gas also, the prices is increasing just because the government is unable to tackle the price rising, right? So these all are the things where government strategies are failing, and due to which the government people, those who are sitting on the top level management authority, they are also not helping the common people to come to tackle this problem. That's why India is called as a developing nation at this stage also. Now I will give you the few example of government authorities where they are giving a more focus on their development. See, taxation, right? In each and every product you have to pay the tax, right? Now they have came with the new concept of GST, right? GST, they have given a percentage that is 5%, 18%, right? That kind of percentage they have given. So in each and every good, you have to pay a tax, right? Now they have made a slab of these taxes. Now the household, for the common people, those the product is there, the taxes is the level of tax is very less as compared to the higher tax of the other production. Okay, so these all are the things where we have to make a proper focus, and while making a proper focus, we can able to increase, we can able to make aware that the people can able to survive in a good society. Now you can see some of the states, they are the large amount of people, those who are there, they are below poverty line, right? Below poverty line, that means they are unable to get a two-time food as well. Okay, they are facing a problem of malnutrition and other things. Why it is being happening? Just because they are not in a good position to survive, just because their local authorities, they are not giving a proper focus. So this is called as a failure of government strategy. This is called as a failure of government decisions which is being taken by the government, but it is not properly implemented. Okay, so we are going to discuss the next strategy: corporate strategy, business strategy, functional strategy in the upcoming days. Okay, we are also going to discuss the facility strategy. There are other things also which is remaining from your first chapter. We are going to discuss that in the upcoming days. If you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me. Yes, any kind of doubt? Yes, any kind of doubt you have?